Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a story that sounds unbelievable, but is completely true. We are going to uncover how a man who lived over 2,000 years ago, a man whose personal life was as scandalous as it was notorious, still influences the way your money moves today. If you think money and finance are modern inventions, think again. Every system, rule, and law that controls your bank account, your investments, and even your loans can be traced back to decisions made thousands of years ago. By the end of this video, you will understand how history is secretly controlling your financial life and what you can do to regain some control. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because this channel is all about uncovering the hidden stories behind money, power, and history, so you never have to be in the dark again. Imagine living in a world where wealth was concentrated in the hands of a few, where ordinary people worked tirelessly, only to see the elite grow richer without effort. That world existed in ancient Rome over 2 millennia ago. At the center of it all was a man who historians describe as brilliant, cunning, and morally corrupt by our standards. He was known for manipulating systems to his advantage and creating rules that allowed the wealthy to maintain power over the common people. His personal life might make for gossip in history books, but the financial principles he set up are what truly matter today. You might be thinking that ancient Rome is too far removed from modern life to matter, but in reality, nearly everything about the way money works today comes from these ancient systems. Banks, loans, mortgages, interest rates, taxation systems, and even the way governments borrow money are all modeled on ideas that were refined and perfected over 2,000 years ago. This man, whether you know him as Julius Caesar, Crassus, or another Roman financier, created methods to accumulate wealth, control debt, and manipulate power that modern institutions still use. The shocking part is that most people have no idea that their financial struggles, their debt, and even the fees they pay every month are directly linked to this ancient system. In Rome, wealth was controlled through a combination of debt and influence. Ordinary citizens could borrow money, but the terms were designed to benefit the lender, not the borrower. Interest rates were high, penalties were severe, and default often meant losing property or freedom. Sound familiar? Fast forward to today, and you see almost the exact same structure. Mortgages, credit cards, personal loans, and even student loans all operate under principles designed to keep money flowing toward those who already have it. Banks, governments, and corporations act as modern-day versions of those ancient elite lenders. Every time you pay interest on a loan, a fee on your account, or even taxes on your investments, you are participating in a system that was created to favor the powerful. The principles established over 2,000 years ago have survived wars, revolutions, and centuries of political change, yet they remain remarkably intact. The reason they persist is simple. They work. They allow a small group of people to maintain control over resources, while most others remain dependent on the system. You might wonder why we allow such a system to continue. The answer lies in its complexity. The rules are hidden in plain sight, disguised as legal language, banking regulations, and government policies. Most people never take the time to study the history behind these rules, so they never see the pattern. They simply accept that money works the way it does, without questioning why. But when you understand the historical context, it becomes clear that the system was designed intentionally, not accidentally. The same methods that enriched ancient Roman elites are the same strategies used by modern banks and financial institutions. Debt, Interest, compound growth, and wealth concentration are all tools that have been refined over centuries, yet they originated in this ancient period. Knowing this gives you an edge.
You begin to see how decisions about your money are not just personal, but historical. You start to understand why certain fees exist, why some loans are structured to trap you, and why governments and institutions make the choices they do.
Another shocking element is how this history influences global finance. The modern banking system, central banks, stock markets, and international trade agreements are all rooted in principles that were first practiced over 2,000 years ago. The idea that money can be created, lent, and multiplied through interest, and that governments can borrow from citizens or other nations is not new. It was first systematically applied by people like this infamous Roman figure. He understood that control over money equals control over people, and that lesson has not been forgotten. Today, whether you are aware of it or not, every economic crisis, every financial regulation, and every policy change is tied to these principles. Understanding this history is crucial for anyone who wants to make smart financial decisions.
So, what can you do about it? The first step is education. By learning how money has been manipulated throughout history, you can start to see the patterns in your own financial life. You can understand why debt exists, why interest is structured in a certain way, and why some financial strategies seem stacked against the average person. Knowledge is power, and the more you understand, the better equipped you are to make decisions that protect your wealth rather than giving it away.
The second step is practical action. Budgeting, investing, and understanding the rules of modern finance are all tools to regain control. The system will always try to favor the knowledgeable elite, so you have to be strategic. By using modern tools wisely, you can turn centuries-old systems to your advantage rather than being victimized by them. It's also important to recognize that this isn't just about money. It's about power, influence, and control. Those who understand the system have an advantage in almost every area of life. They can predict trends, avoid pitfalls, and leverage opportunities that others don't even see. That's why studying history, particularly financial history, is so valuable. You can see the same patterns repeating in modern economies and learn to navigate them effectively. History is not just about the past. It's a roadmap for understanding the present and shaping your future. And that's why this 2,000-year-old figure, infamous for his personal vices and cunning, still controls your money today. He may be long dead, but the system he perfected continues to operate, quietly influencing your financial decisions and shaping your life. Understanding this gives you an advantage. You can see through the rules, avoid traps, and make smarter choices. You can reclaim some of the control that was lost over centuries. It's not easy, but awareness is the first step. Once you see how deeply history has shaped your financial reality, you can start to take action to protect your wealth and secure your future. And that's it for today's shocking truth, how a 2,000-year-old pervert still has a hand in your money, your choices, and even your future wealth. If you learned something new today, smash that like button, share this video with friends who need to know the truth, and don't forget to subscribe for more eye-opening history and finance content. Comment below which part shocked you the most, because I love reading your thoughts and might feature your comment in the next video. Stay curious, stay informed, and remember, the past is controlling more than you think.